Good morning, everyone. My name is Sayyida Usma Imam. I'm a computer science engineering student, and today I am sharing my screen to explain whatever I have done in all of my project. So here is my drive of all the project I have ever done, and starting from Medivedi insurance data. I have done this in Excel, and wait a minute. So we were provided with two sheets. And these are the sheets, including column policy number, age, sex, BMI, charges in INR, children, smoker, region. And second sheet is policy number, children, smoker, region. Okay. So we can see that there is only one common column between two sheets is policy number. I will explain it in Google Clam where I have done this using Python. So for now we are doing in Excel. So first question was about gender constraints. I created a pivot table, compared average claims amount by gender, confirming no major difference. Female, male, and grand total. Sum of the charges in INR, female, male, and grand total. It's a pivot table. You can see that. And here I just visualize these with myself, obviously. And there is another sheet, sheet number 4, in which it's about question number 2, in which we have to do average policy cost. So I used average function to calculate the mean claim amount across the policies. So using charges in INR, policy number, average money spent per policy, I could find it. So here is the visualization, and as you can see that. Um, Sixth sheet is about region, geographical location impact. Applied a pivot table with regions and claim amount. Claim amount is here average charges. I used average charges to clarify, and here is the region north, northwest, southeast, southwest, and here is my table, my graph, obviously geographical graph. Sheet number 7. Here we use children column up to 5 and average charges. And here is the dependence impact. Okay, how it depends on children. Average charges in INR and children. Sheet 8, we included BMI and some of charges in INR. BMI versus, fifth question was about BMI versus claim amount. Created a correlation chart. Wait a minute. Here is it. Created a correlation chart showing that BMI positively correlates with higher claims. So here it is. And sheet 9. Smoker and sum of charges in INR कि कोई स्मोकर है या नहीं है, no and yes. And here is the charges in INR. Smoke used a pivot table with a bar chart proving smokers have higher claim amounts. So here it is. Sheet 10. Age and age range. We use age and age range. Created an age-wise bar chart showing a clear increase in claim amount as age decreases. Sorry. 11. Here is age range. Less than 20, greater than 60, 20 to 40, and 40 to 60. Count of age range. So we did. And sheet, where is, sorry. Wait a minute. Sheet 12. BMI and BMI category. Applied conditional formatting to highlight BMI categories and their respective claim cost. So we did BMI category. We we made new table. Yeah, new column. BMI category. Overweight, obese, normal, and here is the BMI category, average of BMI. So yeah, we created this visualization to see if it's good for us or not. So here is the second Medibity Google Colab. Wait a minute. So first was first we did file uploading. We upload our Excel file here. Importing our both sheets, pandas, using pandas. Here are the both of the sheets, and used merge using inner joint on policy number. So we are using just first showing just our first 5 rows, just to make it easy for understanding, or don't let it become lengthy. So we did merge our data sheets, and in a CSV format created. So the first was gender constant. Used group by. No. Here we used age range. Using define age category using age functions here. We did age range. So here it is. Gender categories. Huh. We did for our next table. So it would be easy for us. And here is the question number 1, gender constants. Used group by in pandas to check claim amount by gender, indicating gender is not a constant. So here it is. And the second is second is geographical location impact. Used group by and bar plots to analyze difference in claims by region and suggesting potential location and based policies. So here it is. You can see. Now is age barrier on claims using range age range and charges in INR by it. So analyzed with regression plots showing claim amount increase with age, indicating a need for age based pricing. Fourth is our BMI and charges versus charges in INR. Use scatter plots and correlation coefficient to identify a positive relationship. Higher BMI often led to higher claims. So here it is. And this is about smoker versus non-smoker. Plotted box plots to show smokers have significantly higher claims, justifying the need for different policy rates. 6 is calculate the average spent per policy. So here it is. Using the dot mean function and visualize the distribution of claim amounts with with a histogram, highlighting the average with a red dashed line. As you can see, the kernel density helps in understanding the spread and frequency of claims. So here it is. This is about the number of dependents and calculated average claim. Dependent impact. Applied bar plots and correlation analysis to check if the number of children affects claim amount. Found on slight positive correlation. As you can see. Eighth is all about BMI. Discounts based on BMI. Use BMI categories and average BMI. So we did BMI categories. First, we define BMI categorization. Here it is below 18.5, below 24.9, and below 29.9. Underweight, normal weight, and overweight and obese. So we did this, and then we we did our we have done scatter plot and box plot. Scatter plot on BMI basis amount claimed, and box plot using BMI categories basis amount claimed. So using these functions, here it is. So now come to the power case study. My SQL case study. So we were provided with case study. In this case study, I analyzed a relational database consisting of 8 tables: employees, offices, customers, orders, order details, payments, products, and product lines. I began with understanding the relationship between these tables and created an entity relationship to define their connections. As you can see, these tables, we dumped the data into our tables. Using MySQL, I wrote queries to extract insights based on the given problem statements and inline comments in MySQL workbench. As you can see, I verified table relationships such as the one-to-many relation between customers and orders, employees and customers, and offices and employees. Additionally, I identified the self-reflection relationship in the employees table where the employees report to managers within the same table. I prefer data analysis on all of these. So it was only a MySQL case study project, and it was the basic one. So come to the second SQL project. Wait a minute. Employee trends. Yes. Employee trends. So first we created database. Obviously, it is our starting from the basics. So first we did create our database and start from question number 1. Total employees per department. So used count employee with group by department of determine the number of employees in each department. Second, average age for each department used. We used average age with group by department to calculate the average age of employees per department. Third is most common job roles in each department. Used count job roles with group by department, job role, and order by count desk to find frequent job roles. Fourth, job satisfaction by education level. Used average job satisfaction with group by education in analyzing job satisfaction per education level. Question number 5, average age for different job as satisfaction levels. Okay, used average. I used average age with group by job satisfaction to check age trends across job satisfaction levels. Sixth is attrition rate by age band. So I calculated attrition rate as some attrition count employment number into 100 and group by age band. It would be easy for me for this way, sorry. Question number 7, department with highest and lowest job satisfaction. Used average job satisfaction with group by department, then order by to identify best and worst departments. Eighth, age band with highest attrition for a specific education level. Used some attrition filtered by education level and grouped by education age band to find the highest attrition. Ninth, education level with highest job satisfaction among frequent travelers. Used average job satisfaction filtered by business travel is equal to frequent and group by education. And 10th, age band with highest job satisfaction among married employees. I filtered with marital status is equal to married, then grouped by age band, calculating age job satisfaction. So here it is. Sorry. Hmm. Hmm. And next is our what Power BI. I have done my Power BI project on Power BI. For some issues, it is not opening, so I transferred it on PDF from PDF form. So I did data cleaning, imported the Excel sheet into Power BI, handled missing values, removed duplicate, standardized date formats, and transferred columns for better analysis. Question number first was top 10 revenue generating countries used some sales with top 10 in a bar chart to identify the highest sales contributing countries. Second question was about top 3 profitable market. Calculated sum profit, used top and 3 and displayed in this table. Highlighted the most profitable markets. Question number 3 was top 10 subcategories for profit ratio. Created a calculated column profit ratio is equal to profit divided by sales. Rank them and visualize them. Question number 4, bottom 5 revenues. No. Bottom 5. Yes. Bottom 5 revenues generating subcategories, ranked subcategories by sum sales. Used bottom 5 and displayed in this bar chart. Question number 5 is revenue per e-commerce platform. Used some sales grouped by e-commerce and displayed in this visualization. So here it is. And there was 10 questions I did in parts. Here is question number 6 come with. Order priority wise quantity. Use some quantity grouped by order priority and visualized in a stacked bar. No, I didn't a stack bar. I did it in table. So it would be easy for me. Question number 7. Revenue growth per year. Use DAX to calculate youth growth and plotted in this visualization to show sales trends over the years. 8. Total revenue sales created a card visualization displaying some sales as the total revenue. 9. Total profit created again a card visualizations again some profit as the total profit. And here is the question number 10. Number of the profit sold per year. Used some quantity grouped by year and displayed in this visualization. Question number 11. Slicer based on segment. Added a slicer for segment to enable dynamic filtering of all the visualization based on different customer segments. So here it is. This is all about my Power BI projects. Now come to the card SQL project. This is also a SQL project I have done. First question was calculate the average selling price of cars with a manual transmission and owned by the first. Yes, cars that have a manual transmission and are owned by the first owner. Group them by fuel type and calculate the average selling price for each fuel category. In second, filters car with more than 5 seats and calculate their average mileage. Sorts by mileage in ascending or descending order. Selects the top 3 models. Question number 3, identify the car models. Group by car's name and calculate the difference between the highest and the lowest price selling. Filters model where the price difference exceeds dollar 10,000. Sorry, $10,000. Question number 4. Yes. So I filters car where selling price is greater than the average selling price, as you can see, and mileage is less than the average mileage. Question number 5. Calculate the use the sum window function to compute the cumulative sum of selling prices over the time for each name or ordered by year. Question number 6. So here it is. Filters cars where the selling price within the plus minus 10% of overall average selling price. Question number 7. Uses the average window function over a rolling window to estimate the exponential moving average for selling price. Question number 8. Identify the car models that have been use lag. I used I used lag to get the previous year's selling price for each model. Filters cars where the current price is lower than the previous year's price. 9. Retrieve the name of cars with the highest total mileage for each transmission type. Calculates yes. Calculates total mileage sum kilometer driven for each car and transmission type. Uses a subquery to find the maximum total mileage per transmission and returns the corresponding car models. Find the and the last one is the find the average selling price. Identify the top three cars model based on selling price. Calculate the average selling price. I calculated the average selling price per year for these models. Restaurant case. So here it is all. Here it is. 10 questions. On the we have the data restaurant. So here it is. First question was first we create sales table, insert data into sales table, creating the menu table, insert data into menu table, creating the members table, insert the data into members table, check data to ensure if there is any fault or not. First question is total amount spent by each customer. Use sum price by joining sales and menu on product ID grouped by customer ID to calculate the total spending of each customer. Second, how many unique dates each customer visited the used count distinct order grouped by customer ID to count the unique visit dates for each customer. In third question, I used minimum order date to identify the earliest purchase for each customer and referred. Hmm. Yes. In fourth, yes. Fourth, most purchase item. I used count product ID grouped by product ID and identify the highest count to find the most frequently ordered item. In fifth, used count product ID grouped by customer ID and product ID, then used max count to determine the most purchase item per customer. In question number 6, first item purchase. In question number 6, first item purchase. Filtered sales for dates after join date from member and used minimum order date to find the first purchase post membership. So now in question number 7, I filtered sales for dates before join date and used max order date to identify the last purchase before the membership. In question number 8, used count product ID and sum price for orders before join date to calculate total purchasing and spending before becoming a member. Question number 9, points calculation based on spending rules. Each $1 spent gives 10 points. While sushi earns 2x points. Calculated the points using sum price into 10, doubling points for sushi. So now in question number 10, I yes, yes, I identified purchase in the first 7 days of membership and double points for all the items during the period, then calculated total points by Jan 31.